Hey, it is Tuesday. I'm okay. I have had a bit of a day, but it's gone pretty well. I think everything has kind of gone okay today. Like the weather's been nice. I went out on a nice walk. I did feel a bit of pain though because like my foot basically for some reason has been hurting. I don't know why I made that like a statement, but um, yeah, I've just been like taking every day slow, and a lot of things are changing in my life right now, but it's for the better. So I think if you're someone out there that might be struggling, um, things will get better. Like you're gonna be okay, and yeah, I've just come to accept certain things in my life, and I'm no longer like seeking out anything that isn't right for me or you know gonna help me evolve. And like I don't know, I kind of am doing things that are from good intentions, and I'm also focusing on things that um are like good, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm doing in my life right now. And I think as well, like truly being honest with myself, because I said it in a last video of mine, but yeah, like you need to be honest with yourself so you can elevate and improve in your life. But it's not to say to like make yourself look better than everyone else and look the best. It just means like elevate your life in the sense of you becoming the most best version of you and your highest self, and not a version of you that's like fake or you know putting bad intentions into the world and like causing harm. Like we don't need any of that. I think with me right now it's like I'm trying to just figure out like who I really am, and not even really who I really am, but like why I came on this earth. And even if that's just to like be working at a job that I might not like for a while, or you know speaking my truth on here, like I think just finding what is good for me and what um, makes me feel good is the best thing. But I think as well, just knowing that I'm like not in control, and like you know only God knows what's good for me and like what is best for me. So I don't really have a say in everything. So I've just got to do what I can, and you know as long as I'm trying each day and I'm not you know saying that I can't do this and I can't do that, and as long as I'm being kind to myself and being kind to others, that's all I can do. Um, and yeah, just like being nice to myself and nice to other people, and you know, knowing that it's okay if I go through a season of like, anxiety or a bad season where I'm not feeling good, you know what I mean? Just like knowing that that's all okay, and like that's how we become, better people and just better versions of ourselves. But yeah, I think because I've been on such a journey of like evolving and changing, I'm knowing like now what I really want to do in my life and like what I know I don't want to do. And like I think just being happy with where I'm at is really good as well. Like knowing that, you know, I don't need to run after anything or force anything. And if you're someone out there that does that quite a lot and like wants everything to be perfect or thinks everything needs to be done in a certain way, it doesn't. Like you can just do what feels good to you in this moment, and as long as it's with good intentions, you're not going to be harming anyone. And yeah, just like stand your ground. Like don't be someone who like is seeking um approval from others as well. Like don't chase after other people's approval for what you want to do in your life. And yeah, just like as well, overall, like if you're doing something in your life, make sure you're doing it because it makes you feel good and it's for the purpose of good. Because if you're not doing something that's not good or out of a purpose that's good, you're not going to be feeling good. Do you know what I mean? Like we're not supposed to always feel good, but I think, you know, if you're not doing anything that's like from a place of love or from a place of, you know, peace or whatever, you're not gonna feel right, and it's not gonna feel right. So I don't know, just like knowing what is good for you and knowing what isn't. And I think resisting temptation, like for me, I've had to deal with a lot of that, like just desires and certain things I want in my life that I know I need to avoid. And like, yeah, you get to a point where you go through so many tests and trials and everything that from God, universe, whatever you want to call it, like, I mean, I call it God, but you get to a point where you no longer chase after these things and you're like, okay, I'm going to sit still, I'm going to be authentic and honest with myself, and I'm going to really be like, okay, what is good for me and what is in my purpose. And sometimes your purpose isn't what you think it's going to be. I think a lot of us, we chase after a certain desire or purpose because we think it's meant for us, and the truth of it is we probably don't even know what's our purpose until we actually try certain things. Like, you're not going to actually know what your purpose is unless you try different things in your life, and as long as they're things that feel right to you and they're not from anything that's like bad intentions, you're going to eventually find what's right for you and what you're truly meant to be on this earth for. But you know, that can take time, and that's fine. Like, you don't need to rush the process of knowing your purpose and like getting so caught up in that and like being like, I don't know what my purpose is, otherwise, you know, what's the point of me being here? Like, just know day to day, as long as you're doing stuff with, you know, a place of love, then that's good enough, you know, like that's good enough to the universe or, you know, whatever you believe in. But and even if you don't believe in anything, like just doing stuff that's, you know, nice is really, you know, what we all should be doing. But yeah, I think just letting go as well. Like right now, I was realizing that a lot of things in my life I actually didn't have control over. So letting go of control is really good if you're not knowing what to do, or you're not sure of how, you know, what steps you should take next. Like, just be still and let go and be like, hey, if I can't do anything right now, then I can't do anything, and like I shouldn't force anything to happen. But if I can do something right now and it will help me improve as a person or help my situation, then I can do that as well. So yeah, I think overall in this video I should explain, like, you know, you don't have to always figure out your purpose on this earth, because you might actually be running away from your real purpose by trying to find your purpose. And also just do things good throughout the day. Like, as long as you're doing good things throughout the day and you're not chasing after a certain desire, or you're not chasing after temptation, or, you know, and it's not to say that you can't enjoy things in life. Like, I'm not saying don't, you know, have a nice treat or go somewhere you like, but I mean in a sense of don't let your desires or things that you seek consume you, you know, like don't let that happen. But yeah, just don't force your purpose. Don't try and figure it out to a point where you're like, you know, crawling on the floor. Like, just move through each day doing good things, and, you know, eventually, you know, I don't know to you as of your life, like your circumstances, but eventually they'll come to a point where you'll realize what you're here to do, and that can come at any moment, but you don't have to rush it. And, you know, it's okay to be where you are right now in your life. So that's everything I want to say, and I'll see you in the next one.